to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. And they get to him right out of the gate, and this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
To try again after the sack. Rodgers got his man. It's Bo Melton.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Tunyon. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 45 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, this defense was victimized earlier in this opening quarter. This time, a measure of revenge.
Well, they always tell defenses you have to have a short memory. But I also think it helps if you remember what happens to you before, and now you're able to flip it around. They didn't want to show weakness and let this offense think they could do whatever they want. And they turned things around in that case and picked one off themselves.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Rodgers now on 1st down. Going up top. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. From 17 yards out. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point try now for Crosby. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14-all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Returning right back to Lockett. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Forced out to his left. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one goes for 36 yards.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Another try after the 1st down sack. Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From midfield, here's Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Rodgers.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Bo Melton
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Now Crosby for the point after. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith. It's caught. Block it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And got his man complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They give him a gain of 38. On first down, Smith. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead.
Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
We got 4. Hey, check back 33. Check back 33. Get that.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers.
He's able to find Melton.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Throwing is Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On first down, Rodgers.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
33. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Hey, check back 33. Check back.
Rodgers now on first down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
After the sack on first down, Rodgers. That one caught downfield by Watson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Taken at the 15, a short kick. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He finds Watson complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Throwing now is Rodgers. This pass complete to Melton. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And the slot man goes in motion left. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have cut it back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air.
Because right now, we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in for broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And
there he goes left side. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Now Myers for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Well, he picked it in the end zone. They're glad he brought it out all the way across midfield into enemy territory.
And don't think for a second that some teammates didn't tell him to stay in the end zone, right? What he did there, to me, was the equivalent of baseball, running through the third base coach's signal to stop at third and
it's
go
only
for
good
home.
if you're safe.
And he ended up, to me, this counts as safe. That's a great return.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 36, Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Rodgers going to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Rodgers again now. And this is going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Play action. It's Smith. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now Gino. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 4th down, Smith. Escaping the pressure right. Goodwin able to haul it in.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down.
Throwing now is Gino. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Smith. He's going to go up top for the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Smith letting one go deep for the end zone.
And that one get right up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith.
Open man is Eskridge. That's complete.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Gino now to throw. Being chased out left. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Dwayne Eskridge
from 8 yards out.
And the Seahawks have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, I've heard you use the term.
Pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and that will make this a 19-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.